Years of updates of my life after finding wife cheating, P3. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. Update. So I've thought about it leading up to this week, but this coming week is the culmination of a lot of things. Friday at 10:30 a.m. a judge will be hearing our divorce, and if all the planets align he will grant a divorce, effective exactly a month and a day after. It really dawned on me that the time is finally here, and while I'm happy that it's almost over, I'm here in my apartment by myself and just don't feel like doing anything. I have cleaning to do, classwork for school to finish, and I just don't feel like it. I poured myself a Bacardi and Coke and am playing music in the background, just sitting here avoiding any and all responsibility. I feel like I'm without meaning right now, despite knowing deep down inside otherwise. I have an amazing son who brings a smile to my face when he isn't being difficult as little boys are, I guess. I have a job I love, am making positive changes in my life, and am 2 classes away from getting my bachelor's that is 12 years in the making. I am far from the best looking guy around, but after a year of going to the gym, and looking after my appearance, I know that I'll have some positive attention from the female persuasion. This is all to say that I have a lot of good going for me, but right now in this moment I just feel a lack of meaning. I can feel myself yearning for a meaningful connection with someone, and yet, I know that right now my time is better invested in working on myself and enjoying this second chance at life. I think of my STBX and how she is playing house with her AP right now. I think about the message she sent me a few weeks back where she asked me if I was sure this is what I wanted, when it was her that decided to betray our vows and get in bed with a kid 14 years her junior and decide he was her life partner after knowing him for a few weeks. I get frustrated that in the end she will likely not have a long-lasting relationship with her AP, and this will truly have all been for nothing. It is bittersweet as I was unhappy in the marriage and was honestly just staying for our son, something that in hindsight I regret, as he deserves to see an example of love and not 2 people who are tolerating each other. I don't want to be with her, not by a long shot. But despite being proven right, despite so many of you being proven right in your prediction that the fog would lift and she would regret her decision, it doesn't make it any better. I'm still here alone, in my apartment, drinking my feelings, something I don't normally do, and ranting to you fine people. This is such a SHT show and it sucks, but at the same time I know that in the end this is for the best. A wise person once told me that while she may have seemingly gotten away with a lot of things, my struggle will result in a reward that she will never attain in the game she is playing. The buzz of the Bacardi is starting to hit me now. Anyway, I'm planning on having a celebratory drink with a friend this coming weekend after the divorce has been granted. I know this is for the best, and I know that I need to focus on what I can do to improve my life for both myself and my son. I am capable of this, I know. I've been through a hell of a year, but I know that in the end I can salvage all this into something great. For anyone that made it this far, thanks. I tend to be okay, and am doing great lately, but for some reason tonight I've got a bit of a low. Hope you're all doing great. Just wanted to post this as I know that reading people coming out of this situation gave me strength to persevere, so I hope that I can do the some of you in the thick of it. You can see my post history for the full story, but basically a little over a year ago I discovered that my now ex, 37F, had an affair with a kid 14 years her junior, 23 meters, and had decided that he was her life partner. Did in-home separation for a year, during which she continued to see him, and I got to work on myself to be a better man and father. December 2018 I got my own place and my ex bought me out, moving the AP into the house mere hours after. We got a custody schedule in place and have been co-parenting well since. In the weeks that followed I initiated divorce, as she, from her own admission, did not know when she would have worked up the courage to do so. We filed jointly, and I chose the earliest hearing date available, which was today. When I told her the date she was shocked, as she didn't think it would be so soon, and proceeded to try and get me to have a talk before it was too late and asked if I was sure this is what I wanted. Told her it was what I wanted after barely avoiding losing it on her via text. Today I can finally just refer to her as my ex and not STBX. I am now single/divorced and not separated. When I told her that it had been granted, she acted like she wasn't aware the hearing was today. For someone who should be counting the days to marry her schmoopy, she sure acts like it isn't a priority. Did I mention up to a few weeks ago she still had our family portrait up in the room she now shares with the AP? Yay, the AP has to look at my face every night before he goes to bed. This year has been one of a lot of tests of my character and growth, and I'm excited for what the future brings. Went on my first date last week and it went well. I don't want anything serious anytime soon, but it was good to spend time with someone and to know that they enjoyed my company. I'll be seeing the lady again this weekend. Just going to try and have fun now that I have a second chance at life. For those who are going through it now, it can and often does get better. I know you might read it a lot, but with time and distance it can get so much better. The bad days will become less frequent, you'll think about them and the affair much less frequently, and you'll be able to start your life over on your terms. This community is undoubtedly one of the principal, if not the principal reason that I've gotten this far, and I truly am thankful that a group of internet strangers have taken the time this past year to read my story, offer support and advice, and even listen to me when I spout my mouth have something to share. This is a great community, and I thank you. Hope everyone is able to find something today to make it a good day. Thank you. Update. I feel like I'm just going through life right now. Have a fair bit on right now, work is pretty busy and have school. Not to mention that I share custody of my son with my ex and have all that comes with a 4-year-old. Honestly think that if it wasn't for him I would probably not be motivated to really do much. I haven't gotten into dating, really. Met someone recently online and while we've hung out I just don't feel any inclination to take it anywhere. Then there's another woman that I've had FWB status with for about a year now, and I've cut that down to just being friends. I feel like I have so much that I need to sort out within myself. I feel the itch for connection, to hold a woman in my arms and be able to share my life with her. To have someone that I can just be one with, someone who I can be happy with. Have a partner in crime and all that. I have to keep reminding myself that I am not ready for it. That I first need to find happiness within myself or else that happiness I get from someone else can be taken away. The fact that I am craving that so much right now tells me that I am not in a place where that will be any good to me. The divorce was just granted last week, so it really is all fresh, despite having been done with it all and separated for over a year now. I wish I didn't need to see her anymore, but having a child with someone means that you're tied to them for a long time to come, right? We do all right as co-parents, but I wish I could have nothing to do with her ever again. I limit communication to only deal with our son, and nothing else. Sorry for the mental diarrhea, I just feel like I am without aim right now. I signed up for a weight loss challenge at work and that will hopefully help get me back to consistency after a few weeks of being very inconsistent with looking after my health. Right now I feel like I'm being driven by obligations. The obligation to come into work and do things so I don't get fired. The obligation to keep my house tidy so my son doesn't hurt himself. The obligation to stay in touch with friends because they've had my back and I know I need to be social so I don't go crazy. I feel like I'd like nothing more than to go home and be alone for a few days, just to myself binging out on fast food and Netflix. I don't feel like I have depression, but maybe I'm just doing a really good job of covering it up. I naturally have a good attitude, so I guess if there is something underlying then I'd struggle to tell because I always do my best to not let on that something is wrong. I feel like it is a burden that I would impose on my friends and coworkers, and I don't want that. I don't know what it is I'm trying to say, really. I guess the past few days I've been having a bit of a look inside and just thinking that there is so much that I still need to figure out within myself. Despite me wanting nothing more than to just flick a switch and be able to move forward, I feel bogged down. Yay, that's all I've got really. I told myself that maybe I wasn't affected by all this because of the pain she put me through. Of the betrayal she inflicted on me when she decided to sleep with another man. I tell myself that I stopped respecting her as a person a long time ago, and that I am lucky to have a second chance at life. But really it's a grand expanse of unknown that is in front of me. And along with the excitement there is this overwhelming feeling that there is so much to do and I wish I didn't have to. In the end I know that I will be better for it, but right now getting to that better is the part that is getting to me. For anyone here that's gone through this, how did you get past this part of it all? I know that time and distance help, and just taking it a day at a time. But it's hard to put it into play, isn't it? It's easy to know that something might be the key to you getting past all this, but another for it to actually be the case and how you put that into place. Thanks for reading. There are more to come. Find out the update of this story, check our channel or the description. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.